Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't know, Marcus. I don't know how the fuck the Judas effect actually worked, and I don't mean as a move. I mean the fans popped for it. I have a theory. Chris Jericho and Hangman Page met in the main event for the AEW World Title, and it seemed like the referee Abby, whatever, Aubrey Plaza, Aubrey something or other, got more of a push and a more of a rub than either man in this match. We were told several times how celebrated and vaunted she is as a referee, and how much better she is than her male colleagues, and how deserving she is in this spot, and how good of a referee she is. And I didn't hear anything about the fact that Chris Jericho is wrestling for another world title in another promotion, being the only guy to ever compete for the WCW, New Japan Heavyweight, and now AEW Championship. So, putting over the people who sell the product should be paramount, but apparently to AEW, putting over the gender-driven narrative is more what they want to do. I have no problem with this referee. I have no problem with her main eventing the match. I have no problem with her being the female referee in a male-driven match. I don't care. My problem is the referees are not the drag. And, they're not the draw. I was going to say attraction and draw, but it's just, they are. Could you imagine the NFL putting over their referees as consistently as AEW did last night, or Saturday night? One of those is right. I think it's Saturday night, so that'd be a day and a half ago. You don't hear the NFL talk endlessly about how credible Ed Hockley is.
Yeah, it's funny. Was that the only match she refereed that night?
I think so.
Yeah, because you immediately while you was talking, it took me back to what you said earlier about pushing agendas.
Mm-hmm.
Because NXT has a female referee, but she just referees.
Yeah. Jessica Carr, she's a pretty good referee too.
Yeah. And she never, I don't remember an instance like that unless it was one of those times where it called for her to be like stringent because somebody was literally just in a hole too long. But it seemed like in that moment, and they were just trying to make it clear that we had a female referee on this show.
Yeah.
So don't ever say we don't, really give equal opportunity or whatever, or aren't like on the ball when it comes to progressiveness and whatnot. So yeah, that kind of seemed like that was that Judas effect. I think I was talking about this on True Penny Show. It is like a record scratch in the middle of DJing.
Yep.
And it's nowhere near as impactful. Of course, again, it got to do with conditioning because we've been conditioned that the code breaker is a finish and it's more impactful. But I think at this point, the reason why it works probably even better now, he's not going to do anything that's trying to put a smile on your face.
True.
For what he's doing. So you not liking the Judas effect works even better in Jericho's favor. Nobody knows how to work something to whatever he's doing currently with a character better than Jericho. That's what you alluded to in your article, like why he's clearly not the Monday Night Wars Jericho. There's not a lot of people that can do with a character and has been consistent with consistently adapting to things as Jericho has been with these characters over the years. So I think the Judas effect now is just the effect of it is to piss you off, even more so than it being a finisher. So in that regard, I think it works perfectly for him.
Towards the referee, one last point. They literally did an entire spot where she backed Jericho down. She's 5'2", 100 pounds, and she intimidated Jericho into the corner. And I'm like, what? Jericho lays out referees on a nightly basis. Now he's afraid of one? Like, come on. That's so fucking stupid. The other problem is you can't sit here and tell me that this isn't a narrative-driven idea, that this isn't a political-based ideology that they're pushing, because the very, 12 hours later, it's now she's the first referee that's full-time with AEW. So clearly this was a narrative they were setting up for that big announcement, that she's a full-time employee now. So, don't at me. Unless you're going to sit here and give me some new piece of information, this was designed to put her over instead of the title match. And considering the title match had to follow that ladder match that killed the crowd, I have to really, really wonder if they know what the fuck they're doing over there at AEW. As far as the Judas effect, I think the reason why it works so well is because we know, despite our dislike of it, that it's going to end a match. So even if it looks dumb as fuck, even though he's just basically doing a dance maneuver that he bumps into somebody, he does a hokey pokey turnaround, and so sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you there, bud. He hits him with that back elbow, and even if we don't like it, we know that that's it. We know that's the game ender. We know that's the home run. It's the Shawn Marion of jump shots. It's the Lonzo Ball of jump shots. It's terrible as fuck.
Hilarious.
Well, Shawn Marion's better off than Lonzo. So we'll go with Shawn Marion. It's terrible as fuck, but we know it's going in.
Yeah, but even going back to a little, our point about, legit reality. Oh, great. The finals, triple threat for King of the Ring, Ricochet, Samoa Joe, and Corbin. I wonder how that's gonna end. Yeah, point of reality, two of the hardest parts of the body is the knee and the elbow.
Yep. Well, sharpest.
Yeah, sharpest. There is a real knockout component of that, but I think it would help if it didn't just look so. Yeah, clearly, this is a however many-year-old man hitting this at the exhausted point in this match. Because if really, it's not like if he would have hit that in the first 2 minutes. That's supposed to be the finisher. That should have been it.
Mm-hmm.
With a real combat thing. So, but yeah, like I said, it works for Jericho. It's so funny because of how he looked when he won the match. Like he literally looked like that kind of intoxicated dad at the rock concert who just took his fandom too far. and then we was talking about earlier. You was talking about who you was talking about, the Bucks balding. He had a significant spot in his head. It was like the hair did just not come to terms with the other side.
It's scared. It's scared to migrate to that portion of his head. The other thing I thought was hilarious is I think it was Excalibur, and Excalibur is the worst. He's so bad. This is why you don't hire your friends to do a job, because they're not good. Excalibur's a bad commentator, and he proved this night because it was 5 hours long, and he was terrible for all 5 hours. He outright goes, "Look at Jericho's abs." You mean those two dimples on that fat gut? What are you talking about? John Morrison has abs. Johnny Impact has abs. Brian Cage has gabs. Just pounds and pounds of abs. Whatever the fuck Jericho has aren't abs. He looks like he's got diverticulitis, and I don't mean to make light of that disease. I mean, he looks bloated as fuck. He looks like he stopped hitting the treadmill and started hitting Panera Bread. And don't sit here and tell me, well, he's 50, because Tony Horton runs P90X, and that dude's 60, and he looks phenomenal. So fuck off with that noise. So yeah, Jericho needs to get his ass back into shape because he looks terrible. And Marcus, I'm gonna say this, my personal opinion. You're more than allowed to disagree with me. I thought this match sucked, and it was because Jericho was old, slow, and fat. But that being said, he's still the right person to go in with the title because he's got enormous fanfare still, despite the fact that he's about as talented in the ring right now as Alicia Fox.
Oof.
Yeah, when you move like you're limping. Not good.
They're going back to full reference mode right now. Full circle reference. I mean, going back to people who probably has some significant amount of blackmail components on somebody.
You mean Foxy?
Yeah,
she does.
She has a literal picture of a body. She has.
She's got a lot of unfiltered emails between Michael P.S.A.'s and numerous women of color.
She is the Zobel to somebody's sons over there. I don't know.
Yes, she is Alicia Fox Zobel. Canon proven. I don't think she's a Nazi, though. I'm just throwing that one out there. I don't think she's a white supremacist. I don't know why I get that inkling. Something about her I just can't place my finger on.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just because she, I think she's with a white guy does not make her a white supremacist.
No.
But,
she's an alcohol supremacist, though.
Yeah. She does love the liqueur. But yeah, that abs coming. Yeah, it's just. And going back to the commentary for a minute, this 3-man booths are unnecessary. All we needed was Golden Boy and JR.
Yep. Because
a lot of times JR was, if it came off like over talking, but JR just had better stuff to say.
Yep.
And he just wasn't. He stopped talking. I'd be like, oh yay, JR cut him off again. So it just kept coming off like that. So, but again, we're in this time now with 3-man booths all thing, and like you said, it's a friend of a friend of a friend or whatever, and that whole deal. So You gotta continue to put up with it. But yeah, Jericho with the ab stuff, stop. You know, he's in shape for his age, but then again, uh,
I'm not even going to agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think he's in shape for his age because if he wanted to get in shape, he could.
yeah, because it's fun. Like he's historically never had pecs like him and Kofi or an exclusive club.
Well,
Uh,
Kofi's pecs are like reductive.
yeah,
Like most people have like small mounds or mountains or like whatever Brian Cage has, planets. Kofi has a valley or a canyon.
he does.
I don't know why. I don't. Sting has the same thing, but Sting blew out a pec. That's why his right pec, left pec. That's why his left pec is kind of deflated on the outside, or at least was. If you go to that Bound for Glory '06 match, you'll see what I'm talking about against Jeff Jarrett. But Jericho never had pecs. You're right. Like he's always like kind of a body, but he wasn't like a defined like look at my defined abs body.
Yeah,
He was borderline athletic, weightlifter.
yeah. The closest he came, I think, to kind of having abs was when he had his long hair with that beard.
Yep. When he first debuted in WWE.
Yeah, and he had that beard. But yeah, he's very much like Edge in that department.
Yeah.
Uh,
Remember when he was cut his hair and he was talking like this and killing segment times? He
yeah,
was
that was
fat. He was overweight.
yeah.
Like his gut was over his trunks.
Yeah, he was wide. Yeah, that took me back to Impact for a minute. When I think Rob Van Dam was either champion or but on TV consistently, he just clearly stopped giving a damn at one point.
Yeah, he
Uh,
looked like he was like starting his fourth month of pregnancy.
yeah, it was like he was Jeff against Sting that night, but he wasn't on drugs. Like he just wanted to do that. Um, but yeah, Jericho. Yeah, like you said, it's wear and tear and stuff, and just age and sloppiness. And I was about to say the minute I said that about Jericho, I immediately went to Vince, who when the devil can keep a body in that shape.
Well, to be fair, the devil takes steroids, so allegedly,
So allegedly,
allegedly.
the golden word. But yeah, for what they probably paying him and stuff, and all the trash he was talking about the company seemingly only being relevant because he was there. You almost had to put it on him narrative wise, and we know that the chase is where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be. It feels like at times he's gonna be Brock Lesnar ish with the title, except he's gonna be around far more. Because we saw what he did in New Japan with the Intercontinental title. Like, he kind of just held that for a while and then came back and defended it against Naito.
He,
But
he was like a 12-year-old. He's like, "Can I borrow your game?" Yeah, bring him back tomorrow. 5 months later, can I have my game back now? No, it's still mine.
you're like, oh, you sure did ball that. Thought you gave it to me. No, jackass, you just can't bring it back. Lied to me.
Give me back
But
my Zelda, goddammit.
my Zelda, my Zelda. But yeah, he's definitely the right guy, and it's a good looking belt and stuff. And like I said, I knew that the match was gonna be Adam Page giving a hell of a performance, but it should have went to Jericho. Page he just isn't ready yet.
Despite my disdain for the match, and Jericho's clearly way past his prime, I don't think he'll ever have a match of the year match again. Sorry if that offends you. It was still the right move. You're absolutely right. Putting the belt on the guy whose name everyone knows, heading into a TNT broadcast where he used to wrestle on, it makes all the sense in the goddamn world. My only complaint that I would have said is, why was this a Battle Royal one tournament match thing? You should have had Kenny, Cody, Jericho, and Page in a one-night tournament. But no, can't do things smart. Gotta do things overly convoluted and stupid because reasons. Overall, yes.
I was about to say, quick thing. If it's some guy like Jericho who is obviously um, moving at a clear pace now, would you have like made that a multiple man match to kind of pad some of that and put like an Omega in there?
No, mostly because I don't like multi-man matches,
Yeah,
especially for a title fight. Like, you're never gonna sit here and watch Khabib versus Conor versus Justin Poirier, like, or Dustin
yeah,
Poirier, whatever his name is. Like, you're not gonna watch a triple threat fight. You're not gonna see Fury versus Who's the other guy? Is Fury versus Savage or Fury versus Mauler? They got wrestling names. I forget which one's who. Wilder and Fury. You're not gonna see Wilder and Fury and some third dude in a boxing title match. You know what I mean? And that's what pro wrestling needs to realize is, this WWE bullshit triple threat nonsense. We don't want that really. It's fine if you're doing like a hardcore spot fest, but if you're selling a fight, if you're selling a title match, we don't need it. We don't want it. Just give us two guys beating the shit out of each other. What I would have done is not done the ladder match on this show, or really just that. Like the other idea just doesn't work overall. Not done the ladder match and had this main event because you would have gotten a much better reaction, and also make the show 3 hours long instead of 5. If you want to do a 1 hour post show, that's fine, but there's no real reason to have 6 hours of content.